Alright guys, welcome to Tournament Tuesday. As always, this is Jake, and today I am going ahead and playing an expanded tournament with a Durant mill deck. Shake things up a little bit, different win condition. And I'll go ahead and meet back with you guys once I get into game. Alright, so let's see how this first game goes. I'm not sure what we're up against. Would I like to go first? No, I want to go second. Empty hand, and we got a starting hand. So this hand is actually pretty good. Of course, I'm going to start with my only basic. I think I run 7 basics in this deck. No, I run 9 basics in this deck, I think. We'll go ahead and lead with Durant. And what does he have? So this deck has a lot of different ways you can go about playing it. And he is running Zekrom, so he Zapdos, 50 damage one of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. So it seems to be some sort of electric-based deck. But we will be able to start milling on turn 1 since I opted to go second. I think there are some times you want to go first, especially against if you see grasses coming, because then it's probably a flip deck with a Giant Fan. But I would much rather go second against everyone else, or even against Latiostonk, which is kind of hard for them to do with the fact that I resist their need plus powers, which I don't think is in expanded. So he places down 3 basics, discarding 2 steel energy is gonna hurt, but I think that'll be okay. I will grab another Durant. And what do I find here? I'll grab another level ball. And am I worried about getting knocked out this next turn? Not really. So I will just grab another Durant and start devouring. So turn 1, discard 4 is pretty good. I haven't gotten to set up my other Pokemon, but that's okay. So I have 2 level ball in the discard, 2 energy. So energy number 4 is in my hand. With this deck, it's always important to keep track of your energy because you don't want to run out. So he attacks for 30. Sycamore. Let me Trainer's Mail first. I'll just Trick Shovel. Place him down. Let's play a Trick Shovel. And go ahead and place another Rescue Scarf down and Devour for 4. So I got going pretty quickly with the 4 Durant. I haven't got to set up my Ninjask yet. He's a great Pokemon to go into after one of yours gets knocked out. You can discard a card from your hand, and then that'll discard a card off the top of their deck. And then I use Bunnelby just to get some cards back into my deck, or mill if I need to. But it's really good for conserving resources that I may need. So he's working up his attack. He could potentially attack next turn, but I think I'm in a pretty good spot. I'm just going to Team Flare Grunt and take away I'll take away a Fire Energy and Devour again. So at this point, after already devouring so many times, which is for each Durant in play, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. He's already down to 25 cards. generally I'll be down farther than my opponent at this point, so a pretty unlucky start for him. So he needs a fire energy. He's probably just going to attack me again for 30 and take his first prize. And while I have a good chance of getting Ninjask, I think I should just take the less riskier play and go into I actually do have some options here, but I think I would rather just Sycamore. Another Trick Shovel, Energy Switch, place down another energy. So that is, let me double check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is that it? Yeah, so I have 3 more energy left in the deck. I'll Super Rod if I need to get more. And just going to keep discarding cards. So I can do something kind of tricky here. Well, not really tricky, but I can just pull up the Electabuzz with Lysander and hopefully stall an extra turn. And if that doesn't work out, I'll just Chorus the following turn. Depending on what I draw, I think that's a good plan. Just buying some extra time. He's already down to 19 cards, so only a couple more turns to go. If I can get my... I haven't seen my Life Dew yet, but if I can get one of those, I'll deny more prizes. He just put a bunch of cards back into his deck, which is really unfortunate. So I think I will start, or I'm going to pull up the Electabuzz, try to buy a little bit of time. That'll buy me at least 1 turn, unless he has a Switch in hand. Thundurus EX, Rayquaza. Actually, I want to pull up the Rayquaza, because he'll discard by attacking, and it has a 3 retreat cost. And he's putting, yeah, he should not put that energy there. Puts a lightning on the Thundurus. So here he's going to knock me out. And now he's finally gotten going. But is 22 cards into your deck too many discarded for him to do anything? We'll have to see. Oh good, I get a level ball. Gonna go ahead and grab Ninjask. And I will Lysander up the Rayquaza and keep discarding. So hopefully, like I said, this buys me time. If he starts attacking, then that'll just help me win sooner. But if it buys me at least 1 turn, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Especially now that I'll get a maximum Chorus for 10. I could get a bigger Chorus if there was a Skyfield, but I don't run any stadiums, and he doesn't have Skyfield from what I can tell. I don't know if he has a stadium either, I haven't seen one. Just looking at my discard, I already have 2 of my, well, 3 of my 5 tools, but 2 of the 3 that I attached to my own Pokemon. And if I was him, I don't know if I would attack right now with that Pokemon. I will Echo Arm. And let's go ahead and Super Rod now. Put 3 energy back in. And Chorus. Alright, so we got some good draws here. I'm just going to play my cards down and Devour. Down to 9. We'll see if he has any other cards that shuffle things back into his deck. I finally got my Life Dew, and I'll pretty much shuffle that in as soon as I can. What Life Dew does, if you don't know, is if the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out, they take one fewer prize card. So for EXs they only take one, but for non-EXs they don't take any prizes, which really helps this deck, especially with Eco Arm, as I can shuffle it back into my deck. And if I can, especially against faster decks, unlike this one, if I can deny like 2, maybe even 3 prizes with Life Dew, then I'm in a really good spot. Normally being able to play 2 is optimal, if not, I wouldn't say required, but maybe against like really fast setups required. But we'll see. So I do draw an extra energy, that's good. I will Wing Buzz my Enhanced Hammer. And I don't have too much to worry about right now. I'm going to retreat into Durant. And I pretty much have this game on lockdown. So we'll see what happens in the next round. Unless this guy has maybe... And we'll save him a couple turns. But there's not much left he can do. Unfortunately, with him attacking... I mean, now Shred will knock out my Durants one by one, but it's a little late for that. Luckily, alright, so he attacks. And now I'm just going to go into Durant and end the game. So 2 cards left, Devour for 2, 0 cards, and the game is over because he can't draw, so he loses. And the next round will be starting soon, so I'll catch you then. Alright, so we're going to be starting the next game pretty shortly. And we are against a lot of different types. So I'm okay going second because I didn't see Psychic or Grass. I would not like to go first. And let's start with Bunnelby. He's actually a pretty good starter. Especially since I'll be discarding an Eco Arm early. But we see Dragon Ray, an EV, Manectric, so this is a pretty, I guess, hodgepodge sort of deck. Oh man, I will love to discard that DCE. We'll see if I can find one of my Enhanced Hammers. Mega Charizard with the Heavy Ball. It's Trainer's Mail. No, we don't want that. Trainer's Mail. Yeah, I'll take one of those. So, Headringer onto the active. We will Level Ball. Grab Ninkata, attach, and Sycamore. Oh, we got another one. At least we got an Enhanced Hammer. Trick Shovel. And from here, I'm going to Rototiller and shuffle back in an Echo Arm. And Burrow to discard a card off the top of his deck. So Bunnelby allows me to attack twice a turn. With the Barrage. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a nice addition to Durant. It gives more flexibility, especially in the early game. With this draw, I'll discard another one. And this hand, I'm okay with Sycamoring. If I need a revive, I can get one later. We will grab our first Durant and go ahead and set him up. And do I want the revive? I think I'll just start discarding more. I could, knowing that he's going to play more special energy, shuffle back in an Enhanced Hammer. Which I may do. Ooh, Flareon's going to be a pain with stage 1s. He hasn't placed any down though that can evolve, so I should be okay for now. It's going to N. That actually gives me a pretty decent hand. Old Rod. Or Good Rod. I have not put it for Pokemon. That is interesting. I didn't see what he put on the top of his deck, but that is very interesting. So there's not much I want to do with this hand. I'll just Sycamore. And there we go. That is a lot of good cards. And I'm just going to Rototiller. So what do I want back? Well, I think I might want an Enhanced Hammer. But I definitely want that Escape Rope. So I'm going to go ahead and grab both of those. Shuffle them back in. And soon I'll be able to start using Durant to his fullest. Do I have... Yeah, I already have one, and I'm going to have to discard both my Echo Arms, so I might actually just shuffle both of those back in on the following turn. It seems kind of silly to not be discarding right now, but... And there's the card that's funny. So I could play N here, but I'd rather just discard right now. We found a Trick Shovel. Get rid of Skyfield. We're going to attach an energy. What do we grab here? Do I want any of these? I will grab the Skyla, actually. And I'm going to Rototiller. I definitely want at least one Echo Arm into the deck. And for now, I'll burrow the next card. Wally, not a bad thing to burrow. So, yeah, the reason I want the Echo Arm back in, once again, is because Life Dew with Echo Arm is such a cool combination. So he attaches Double Dragon and retreats. Interesting. Do I have Lysander discarded already? I don't think so. No. So I'm just gonna discard that. And here I'll just I think I might just burrow twice. Yeah, I'll just burrow twice. Wait, did I have shuffle one back in? There's one Echo Arm. Yes. Oh right, he ended, didn't he? So I haven't got to attack with Durant yet, but it's gone pretty well. Basically right now, I'm just gonna keep grabbing Team Flare Grunts. Just gonna pull out 2 energy. Just because I want to slow him down as much as I can. I'm gonna hold on to that energy. Team Flare Grunt. And keep burrowing. And I will Rototiller 1 versus Seeker back in. Just because I'm only at 12 cards. So he plays Charmander. Who attaches to the Zekrom and passes. Now, I'm not worried about him attacking this turn, so I'm actually going to check through, see what's left in the deck. So Life Dew is prized. But I'm going to use this time to grab Lysander. Because I definitely want that. And I will actually now just retreat and start devouring for 4. I'm getting low on cards, but so is he. He hasn't taken a prize yet. Unfortunately, I think Rescue Scarf is my only... This one. I think 2 of my tools are prized, so all that time saving the Echo Arms wasn't really helpful. But now I will be able to pull up the Rayquaza and just keep devouring. Alright, so the Flareon is getting powered up. Oh, he takes it back. Yeah, because he has 3 energy. And it passes. Nothing left I want to do. I'll just keep devouring. So there's almost nothing except for like if I use too many cards now, he could play N, which I believe he's played. Yeah, so he has N. If I get down to where N will make me draw my deck, I just lose. So I need to be careful of that, which is why I don't want to play a lot of the cards that are in my hand. And I just need to devour. As there's not much else I need to do in order to win the game. I have 3 guys set up. He can't take 6 prizes. His only win condition right now is me playing too many cards and an N making me draw the rest of my deck. But unfortunately, that's the end of the game. Can't draw, victory, and now we're on to the finals. And the finals will be starting shortly, so I will meet back with you guys soon. Okay, so we're in the finals. I did not catch what type of deck he's playing. But I'll go second anyways. I don't think it's the donk deck. We'll have to see. I might be paying for this. So kind of a poor start, but okay, good, it's not. So Scummer EX. This is actually a pretty good card against my deck, because he can just discard the tools. Places an early tool, which will allow him to not get headringered. Attaches. So first off, I'm just going to trick shovel. Let's see what we get out of Trainer's Mail. I'll go ahead and grab that. Grab a Durant. And attach Rescue Scarf. We will need to search for a supporter. Discard what we have. Trick Shovel. Attach. And nothing really important that we want to bring back, so just going to burrow and just double checking and burrow again. So we already discarded 2 of his Pokemon. Right now I'm hoping for him to send up maybe an easier to Lysander Pokemon. Unfortunately, I'm going to discard a lot of resources that I don't want to discard. But I just need to start getting set up. Grab another Durant. And if we have 1 prize, that's okay. Here, I'm going to Rototiller some. I want a Revive back into the deck. And do I want anything else? No, I think that's good. I'll burrow again. So I'm kind of nervous right now. So I'll lose my first prize this turn, and I'll be able to start devouring, but I'm kind of needing to draw. There are a decent amount of cards that'll get me out of this position, but now is when I'm going to start taking a lot of damage. Oh, and there's one of those cards. So versus Seeker for Sycamore. And start getting to work. Gonna keep discarding and devour. So unfortunately, these tool cards won't last very long, but if he tries to discard the tool, it buys me an extra turn, so I'm okay with that. Because Joust will cause that. Oh, awesome. So he pulls up the Venusaur EX. I definitely want to try to get a Headringer on that soon, and then I want it to come in the active and I can start dealing with it. Do I have Lysander? No. Going to just go ahead and play some cards. There's a Headringer. And I have the Lysander. Let's see, how many do I have in the... Only 3 energies, so 3, 4, 5, that's fine. I'll go ahead and grab the revive. Let's see what else is there. And I'll grab the Echo Arm. I will retreat and start devouring again. So this next turn, he has actually a couple options. He can Joust to prevent the prize and then attack the next turn, but that buys me an extra turn. Dimension Valley is interesting. I haven't seen any Psychic Pokemon. So he just knocks it out. Luckily that's kind of what I wanted him to do, because I have a Revive in hand. Shuffle these tools back into the deck. Lysander. I will Wing Buzz the Head Ringer. It's least useful to me right now. And keep devouring. So a little bit of damage control, but I think personally, I think it was better for him to... Ooh. Oh, nice. Personally, I think it was better for him to knock it out and not get the prize than to Joust, because it causes me to use more resources. So I believe I do... Yeah, I have Zero Sick in the discard. I'm just going to discard that special energy. And buy some more time. Oh, there's one of his psychic attackers. So he's getting close to like the critical mass of not being able to do much. I am also close to that. Has he played an N yet? Hopefully no. No, he hasn't played an N. So if he plays N, if I don't play any more cards, I'll be okay. I probably need to shuffle in cards soon, at least just to get the cards. I have a Super Rod in the deck. I'm not going to play that energy because I have 8 cards, or I have 9 cards counting the 6 in my deck, so I won't die if he ends me, but I do got to start being careful for that. Another great card. So pretty much now he needs to end. I'm not sure what that means. If that means anything at all. But yeah, so him bringing out the Venusaur was definitely a pretty big mistake. I'm just gonna Wing Buzz, go into the Durant and Devour, and that is a victory. So kind of a silly 3 games, but I hope you enjoyed watching Durant in action. I'm sorry that some of the matchups weren't a little bit more tough. But if you have a request for what kind of deck you want to see in Tournament Tuesday, go ahead and let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys next time. Oh, I always forget this. If you want to see more of these decks in action, go ahead and check out my stream when I'm streaming. You can just type in the comment or in the chat, and if you want to see a certain deck, I'll definitely play it. So until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.